What's up? It's your boy Karceno here, and let's get into it. Let's take you back. Let's do a flashback Friday. You guys never, ever seen or heard the story between me and Oscar Delahoya. Now, me and Oscar Delahoya have had this relationship where we never speak to each other, kind of. So, here's the thing. When he saw me the first time, he was with Bernard Hopkins. This is the first time Oscar Delahoya ever laid eyes on me. And he was so petrified. He thought I wanted to punch him in the face. And I didn't, but he wanted to befriend me to see where I was. So he saw me, he gave me a wink like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" So, other than that, I was dead. But other writers and people who don't know any better, I don't know what's happening here in the city of Chicago, but a lot of people used to call me Tito. It was like little Tito Trinidad. And for some reason, people believed I looked like Felix Trinidad, which I 100% disagreed. But Trinidad was one of my favorite fighters of all time. So, anyway, we're at the Chicago Presser. This is the second incident. The first incident, let me go to the first one. So, the first incident, we're at a Juan Diaz fight. So, while we're at the Juan Diaz fight, we're sitting there, watching this fight go on, and here comes Felix Trinidad. He's supposed to be there, and Roy Jones is there. So I'm talking with Roy, and I think they're getting ready to do something about their fight coming up, or their bout, and Trinidad's coming out of retirement for this fight. So everybody was excited for that, and Trinidad was supposed to be here for this fight. For this meeting. And so we're sitting there with Don and everybody else, and all of a sudden, people are mistaken. They're waiting for Trinidad to show up, and there I am. And with me being there, people are thinking I'm Felix Trinidad. I'm standing next to Don King. We're talking with Juan Gonzalez, who's the director of boxing at that time, and for Don King Promotions. And I'm talking with a couple of other people that's there. This guy Steve. There's some other boxing guys that's there. We're having a blast. I got my cousins, them there, his friends, and we just sitting there relaxing. And while we there and we talking, people are taking pictures and who are not allowed on that down floor. So everybody who was up at the top, like the other boxing fans, they're looking down. And then some of the people are like, "That's Trinidad! That's Tito Trinidad right there! Tito! Hey Tito, what's up?" And I'm looking to see, because I'm looking for Trinidad. I'm like, who are they talking to? And I'm like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And I wave, like, "Hey, how you doing?" Who these people are? And they're pointing at me, and I'm like waving, like, okay, give a little hand gesture. And people like, "That's him? That's Trinidad?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, not Tito." And the guy, "Come on, Trinidad, man, come on, man, take a picture with my wife, man." I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm not Tito." "Oh, come on, man, just take a picture with my wife, man. I know you don't want to be bothered." I'm like, "No, bro, I'm not Felix Trinidad." And there's black folks. "Man, come on, Tito, man, let's get in there, baby, take a picture." I'm like, "All right, I'll take this picture." So they went and snapped the picture. I'm like, now I'm going to see him explain that one at work. When he tried to tell his Puerto Rican buddies at the job, man, I took a picture with Tito Trinidad." They're going to be like, "That's not Tito Trinidad. I don't know who that brother is, man. That's a brother. That ain't Tito Trinidad, bro." You kidding me? Oh, man. So this is the second time this has happened. Now it's Oscar Delahoya. They promote Mayweather versus Delahoya. Delahoya, Mayweather, however you want to do it. So Floyd is making fun. I'm over there with Floyd. And so they's like, Oscar ain't going to sign for you. I'm going to stay and sign for you. Because Oscar don't normally stay and sign or he don't get out of there. So Oscar decided, I'm going to stay inside some autographs. Floyd going to do it, I'm going to do it. Show that I'm not the person he said I am. So he in there signing a couple of autographs. Now, while he's doing that, like, I'm going to sign a couple of pieces. The boxing writers, we're all in the media section, and I'm over there. And it's 2007. I'm over there in the boxing media area. There's no boxingsocialist.com at this time. There's nothing. I have a YouTube page, and I'm barely on it. YouTube was not even the most dominant thing at the time. It was new. I'm sitting there, right, and I'm waiting. All of a sudden, what was I doing? I was waiting on Floyd and them to get done. Because Floyd was still signing. So I was waiting on him to get done. And I think we was going back to the hotel. So, as I'm sitting there waiting, we going through the progressions. And we waiting. All of a sudden, here comes Richard Schaefer. So me and Richard start talking. And I'm talking to Richard, and he's telling me about we got some great things. It's going to be happening for Golden Boy Promotions. I don't know who. We got Victor Ortiz. He's very good. Yeah. So he goes and leaves, and then Oscar is coming down, and this little kid was waiting. It was his dream to meet Oscar Delahoya. So he's like, Oscar! And they're like, oh, you're going to meet him? And we were there with the security and like some guy from the fire department. And then he was coming down the line. And then when he comes to the back, it's this little kid. And he was going to ignore the kid until the security, hey, this little kid right here. He's been waiting to see you. So that's when he came and took the picture with the kid, the little kid. And then they saw me, and the media runs over there because this little kid was there. Then the guy was like, hey, he's going to take a picture with Felix Trinidad. I just heard it out the corner of my ear, and I'm like, where is that? And they run over to where we are. The media start running over, and Oscar is like doing the press. They, Oscar, over here. And then my camera, I'm like, somebody got to get a picture of this with my camera. Nobody's going to believe me. So I'm like, because I'm like, I know this is going to come in some paper somewhere. De La Hoya in Trinidad meet again since the 19. Some people are writing stories about this in articles. Back when people were writing articles and getting paid for it. Somebody got paid with the wrong information. I'm sitting there in the picture. I got my fist up. Oscar got his up. And I'm like, I'm all in for this because this is hilarious. And I'm like, you make sure you get this. And the guy had it on. I wanted the picture. He had put record on the camera. And that's why you see it like, it looked like a flash, but that's somebody else's. He got it on record like a camera. So he was recording instead of taking the picture. That's why it's like a 3-second picture. But y'all can check it out here. I'm done. And y'all have a good night. Movie dinner time.
I hope so.